Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua face off, raising questions about experience, size, and fight intentions.
And because of the fact that it's a harder challenge for me, people had a lot of excuses against Gervonta and, oh, it's a smaller guy, blah, 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 the weight difference, and now I flip-flop the roles.
The first face-off brought tension and excitement, with both fighters displaying size and confidence. This moment revealed their mental game and how they handle the spotlight. Fan reactions added to the anticipation, offering insight into how the fight might unfold. Jake Paul discussed how his matchup with Anthony Joshua materialized. Originally scheduled against another opponent, Joshua became the target after plans changed. Many doubted Paul's seriousness, assuming he was just hyping, but Joshua was reportedly surprised when the deal actually happened.
There's very clear paths to being able to beat Anthony Joshua. Something about him. I was supposed to fight Gervonta and then go and fight Joshua maybe next year. When Gervonta got into his whole fiasco, Joshua was one of the first names on the list. I would say he's definitely was surprised and maybe thought I was just all talk and not actually wanting to do it and just saying it for hype. I think that's what a lot of people think when I say crazy things like fighting Canelo or Bud or Joshua. So I think he was actually surprised to get the deal done.
Good push off. Feint, not feint.
He showed you every punch he had in 5 seconds, nothing else.
Paul outlined his game plan for handling Joshua. He emphasized staying active on the outside, using movement, and avoiding retreat while punching. He believes Joshua struggles against opponents who fight back consistently. Paul stressed maintaining cardio and controlling distance, noting that smart positioning and pressure management will be crucial against a bigger, stronger fighter.
He's gonna pressure you, he's gonna walk you down because he's a big guy and he can do that. And if you're throwing punches while going backwards, I don't think that's where you thrive. You already do this, but you gotta make sure to do it this fight. AJ struggles when people fight back, when they really fight back. I need you on his fucking ass. On his fucking ass. You're throwing punches right back.
As fight night approaches, Jake Paul is using social media to generate hype. His posts signal confidence and readiness. He tweeted, "Upset incoming. Miami, I'll arrive soon. Friday, December 19th is my time." Michael Bisping weighed in on the matchup, examining whether Paul can realistically challenge a bigger, stronger, more experienced opponent. He considered the size and skill gaps, plus whether any agreements might influence how the fight unfolds.
From a man that was half his size and he had everyone talking on social media to all of a sudden Jake Paul's the small guy and Anthony Joshua's towering over him. He's got way more experience. He hits harder. He's the bigger man. He's got the longer reach. He's an Olympic champion, right? Jake Paul is not going to go out there and turn this into a real life David and Goliath. That ain't going to happen. And everybody knows that. Now, there has been a lot of accusations. There was a lot of talks about this being potentially a fixed fight or some kind of rule set or an agreement where these guys were going to take it easy on one another.
You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference and, you know.
Meanwhile, Deontay Wilder called it a tough challenge for Paul. Joshua is an experienced, active champion, while Paul hasn't faced a real pro at this level. Wilder suggested the fight might be somewhat controlled due to size and skill differences, showing Paul is stepping into a much harder matchup. Still, Wilder hopes both fighters enjoy the experience while staying safe, emphasizing a serious but entertaining match.
You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference and, you know, Joshua is a former, you know, champion. And also, you know, he's current, he's active, you know, and this is going to be the first time that we see Paul, you know, fighting an active fighter. You know what I mean? We seen the Mike Tyson, that was all fun, that was cute, you know what I'm saying? It's fun and games and stuff, but now you're dealing with a real professional, you know. And so we'll see how it ends up you know, like I said, I think it's scripted, but, you know, we're going to see. At the end of the day, I just want everybody to have fun. I want them to enjoy themselves because we risk our lives for others' entertainment. and just go home safely, to be able to have memories and say we did a great job.
Thank you. Let's get a bomb squad to end.
Bomb Squad!
Eddie Hearn addressed Joshua's 14-month layoff, predicting that AJ will control the fight from the start and won't hold back. He highlighted how Joshua's skill and experience give him a clear advantage.
Obviously, a lot of people going into this fight, Eddie, they're expecting quite a demolition job from Anthony Joshua. You expect him saying like a round,
whenever he wants. I mean, I don't think AJ's not the kind of guy that's going to start kind of messing around and doing 3 or 4 rounds. And you know, you get some people go, yeah, I bet there's something in the contract where it's like, don't be ridiculous. I mean, you know, I wouldn't even allow that, let alone AJ. He's going to go in there and he's going to do a job on it. We don't play around in boxing. It's not the sport to play around and start doing rounds. No, we're going to go out there. Obviously, AJ hasn't boxed for 14 months, but you know, I don't know. People say if it goes past 1 round, AJ's a joke. So, oh, blimey, okay, we have 2 rounds. But I expect it to be over in a round.
Paulie Malignaggi notes that despite his age, Joshua remains strong and competitive. His recent Dubois fight proves he can still challenge top opponents. Even with limited activity, Malignaggi believes Joshua's experience and skill make him likely to outperform Paul.
35, 36-year-old Anthony Joshua, who's still relatively dangerous. And in his fight with Dubois, he almost knocked out Dubois before being knocked out himself. I thought he hurt Dubois right before being knocked out. So Joshua has still been rather competitive at a very high level. You know,
Still elite, AJ?
You know, I'd still, you know, he hasn't been active, but I wouldn't consider him shot or anything. And even a shot AJ would still, you know, would still likely beat a Jake Paul in my eyes. But
Malignaggi also emphasizes Joshua's mindset. He takes every fight seriously and won't risk looking weak. His discipline and determination mean he'll challenge Paul fully, making him a difficult opponent who won't ease up at any stage.
But I don't necessarily see AJ as a shot fighter at all, you know. And also, the thing about AJ is he's a rather serious guy. This is not Chavez Jr., you know. So he takes anything he does very seriously. He's got a backbone to him. He's got a character to him. So, you know, he's not going to let himself be clowned by, you know, allowing Jake to survive or allowing Jake to play around or allowing Jake to, you know, just make him look bad in general. So, you know, that's the thing about AJ. If you know his character, I've worked a lot of AJ fights and I've been around AJ enough, you know, to kind of observe his character. This is a very serious human being and man, you know, so, and he takes this kind of stuff very personally and very seriously, you know, so he's not going to be looking to make a mockery of himself. And so from that perspective, I don't see a guy like AJ going easy on Jake at all.
He's going in there to knock him out, and anything less, it's going to be a disappointment to him. So does he knock him out?
I mean, yeah, he knocked out Ngannou, right? And I think most people would think Ngannou is better than Jake, right? I mean, you saw what he did to Ngannou. He cut through Ngannou like it was nothing, like a hot knife through butter. So yeah, I mean, I would expect nothing less. We'll see. We'll see how they go. I mean, obviously, you give Jake some credit for having the balls to do this. But then again, Jake is also doing what we all used to say when I was my age, and Shmo, you're a little younger than me. When we were kids, and then we would joke around, and Mike Tyson was the big deal. We would all say, for $1 million, I get in the ring with Mike Tyson. You know, like, well, I guess for $90 million, Jake's gonna get in the ring with AJ. You know, so I think that's what the equivalent of it is. So is it bravery? Is it just, hey, you give me enough money, I'll do it? You know, I don't know. I do think that Netflix probably had a little bit of a say here because Netflix wants to put on a big deal event.
Joe Budden analyzes the fight beyond just skills, comparing size and age, but focusing on personalities and fan appeal. He notes both fighters are likable in different ways. Jake has strong support from certain groups, while others may not connect with him as much.
What do you think about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua?
That I'm interested in. Size-wise, age-wise, 2 personalities, 2 people that are going to sell the fight, 2 people that are actually likable.
You think Jake's likable?
I think a lot of people like Jake. Maybe not a lot of black people.
The face-off revealed a stark contrast in experience, skill, and ring IQ. While Paul brings confidence and hype, Joshua's proven track record, size, and seasoned approach give him a distinct edge. Experts agree that if Joshua takes it seriously, he can control the pace and outcome. Who do you think will win? Jake Paul with his movement and strategy, or Anthony Joshua with his experience and power? Drop your prediction in the comments. Subscribe for more.